Hey everybody, we're back with Maurice Lowman from, of course, Kia of Attleboro, and we're very excited actually, to talk about the Kia Stinger. It's kind of a swan song, and for me, Maurice, this was kind of the car that put Kia on the map, at least for me as an enthusiast. I was like, what is that? And I think it's a really neat car for Kia. Tell us a little bit more about how it came to be.
You're not the only one who says that, and thank you again for having me. Hello everybody. And the Kia Stinger is the first real true sports sedan from Kia, available in all-wheel drive, both with two twin-turbo options for the engine. That would be a 4-cylinder and a 6-cylinder, and you can't imagine how often I hear it, that I can't believe that this is a Kia. So if a car enthusiast like yourself, you're not the first one to say that this is the kind of car that made folks really notice the brand and notice that they were out there putting vehicles out there that people can be passionate about.
I think the fastback roof line is really, really neat. And you and I were just talking off camera a little bit. This is ascot green, and this is kind of a final edition color, right?
So this color was actually introduced in 2022, and now for 2023, Kia has slightly confirmed the fact that this may be the last year of production for the Kia Stinger. So two of the special colors that are available this year to commemorate the final year would be ascot green, and then there's a moonscape matte gray that will be available with a special tribute edition plaque. Only 1,000 vehicles made worldwide.
Really?
With the combination of moonscape and ascot green and some special interior options to kind of bid a farewell to the Kia Stinger. And it's no secret that they stole some designers from some of the top-end German teams.
Of course.
And that's why the vehicle looks and performs the way that it does. Everything down to the chassis, everything down to the sexy lines on the outside. It just screams true sports car.
It really does, and I like, it's got the quad exhaust tips, and if you come up on them on the highway, at least
they sound good.
They sound great, and you can see that taillight from a mile away.
Oh, absolutely.
I think it's a really neat vehicle, so let's get into some other stuff here. So Maurice, we were talking about special editions, and this is the one that caught my eye, this Grand Tourer Special Edition. Give us a little insight into what this is as the Stinger kind of is doing its swan song here.
So when you go with the GT2 pack on the Kia Stinger, it does check off all of the boxes for safety and luxury. Whenever you're at GT trim level or higher, you do get the V6 twin turbo, 368 horsepower. The Grand Tourer edition just jazzes that up just a little bit more with the black outside mirrors, exclusive suede interior with red stitching and piping. And then you get the choice of the special colors, Panthera metal, ceramic silver, or the high chroma red premium exterior. And that's extremely sharp. We don't see too many of them.
I've seen
but
one.
It's very, very, very sharp. And then the exhaust tips are painted black as well.
Oh, cool, which is, that's nice. And it's available all-wheel drive, but it is a rear-wheel drive based vehicle, correct?
It is. Most of the ones that get shipped to us in the Northeast have been all-wheel drive. Special order, you'll always be able to get the rear-wheel drive.
Absolutely, which gives that chassis a nice balance.
It does.
So we talked about the engines, obviously you and I, that's a big thing for us. Let's talk about the big boy here, the 3.3 liter twin turbo.
368 horsepower, 376 pounds of torque. I always have the same corny joke. It's easy for me to get excited because my shirt says Kia.
Yeah.
But all of the unbiased people, car and driver, Motor Trend, they all absolutely love this engine. They love the performance, they love the sound, they love the efficiency, and they love the fact that a brand like Kia is really putting themselves on the map when it comes to performance.
Absolutely, and 4.7 seconds 0 to 60 is no slouch.
It's not a slouch at all, and I just read something recently. I mean, when else are you able to talk about 0 to 60 times and say Kia in the same sentence?
I like that. There still is it's 2.5 liter. Oh, I thought it was 2 liter, 2.5 liter, okay.
So a couple of cool things, you can save money and you can save gas if you go with the 4-cylinder, and you still get 300 horsepower. It's a great package on the regular GT line.
As we can see, it still does 0 to 60 in 5.3 seconds.
That's not slow at all.
That's not slow.
No.
So obviously with killer exterior, obviously it has to deliver on the interior, and I think it's got a nice clean design. Surprisingly, a little German, a little Scandinavian with the clean dash.
It's very, very, very German.
Yeah.
It really is, and once again, it's no secret that they stole some design ideas. They actually stole a designer from one of the top German brands, and it gives you a true cockpit feeling. They win a lot of points in the ergonomics with easy to use controls, easy to find controls, speedometer right in front of you. the tri-spoke wheel. I mean, it's just with the special metal pedals.
I was going to say metal pedals.
Yeah, it's
a real shifter.
A real shifter.
Real buttons.
Real buttons, and it just screams, you know, drive me fast.
Of course, yeah. I think it's a nicely set up cockpit. The thing I like about it is it's not overcomplicated, and the entire area isn't just a whole screen. They actually have buttons, which I know you and I prefer.
We do prefer the buttons, and once again, to touch on the fact that they're all easy to use, nothing's overcomplicated, a very nice touch screen. It has the advanced navigation with the computerized stop and go and all of that good stuff. But the ease to use is one of the boxes that we love to check.
When these first came out, and I can't speak to the brand new ones, but I was very surprised at how supportive and comfortable the seats were. Because a lot of German products we were talking about, sometimes the seats can be hard, looking at you E90 BMWs. But these are very comfortable and supportive.
And that grows right in line with it being a true GT, a true Grand Tourer, where it's comfortable for long distances. And that's what I love most about the Stinger, is that it's a vehicle that you can really take on a long distance road trip. Be comfortable, get on it when you want to, have some performance there, have all of the safety, have all of the tech, and look good while you're doing it.
So obviously we're talking about it being a Grand Tourer. It's got a hatchback.
There you go.
Love that.
There you go. Ready to rock for long distance road trips. A true 5-door hatchback with plenty of cargo capacity back there. And look at the thing. Even with the hatch open, it looks awesome.
I think it looks really neat. I love the quad exhaust. Like I mentioned, I like the taillight. I know this is a little bit of a love fest about this, but there's not a lot of manufacturers that still make an affordable, fun, fast sedan.
And that's, well, one of the best things that I haven't touched on yet is the price point of this sedan. I mean, you're well below $20,000 below some of its competition.
Yeah, like say like a 5 Series.
5 Series, or, Audis, everything like that.
E350 and Audi A6. Things like that. And if anybody wants to drive one of these, the interior quality is super nice. I was really impressed when I was in one. But I love that you and I love practicality. We love fast hatches and wagons. So having a hatchback on a car that also has a nice roof line is a cool thing.
I get poked fun of quite often for my love for wagons, but the 5-door hatch it checks the box for being cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm a big fan. So with a lot of the Kia products we've been talking about, they have the smart cruise control with stop and go. Just remind us what that's about, because I think it's a great feature, especially we're talking about grand touring, being on the highway. Obviously, we want to be on a back road somewhere, on sweeping turns, but a lot of times we run into traffic, and this can be really helpful.
So it works hand in hand with the navigation. It's smart based, and it can automatically detect the distance between you and the car in front of you, and it will adjust the speed accordingly.
Very nice, which is great in traffic, especially on long trips when you have the cruise set. And it's not too traffic-y, but you know, you just constantly, that one person in front of you is slowing down 2 miles an hour, and the person's just passing enough, and you're like, I gotta turn my cruise control off.
This allows you to keep it on with no worries.
Yeah.
So instead of keeping up with the Joneses, we're keeping up with the Germans, and we have the 360-degree camera, which is great for safety, great for convenience. Also, the heads-up display is also an option when you're checking off the GT2 box.
Sure, and what's nice is, especially like they're showing here, if you're in a tough parking lot, I know that it's always nice to know if there are kids or people with shopping carts, you know, everybody's staring at their phones, no one's paying attention. The 360 camera I find can be super useful.
Comes in very handy. This also has advanced forward collision that can detect a pedestrian or a cyclist.
Excellent. So Maurice, obviously we're both Stinger fans. I love seeing them on the road. You're even matching today.
Yes.
Thanks for coming in and talking to us about it, and tell us where we can get them.
Thank you so much for having me. It's always a blast. This is the high chroma red. We're fortunate enough to have 2 GT2s on the ground right now. At any time, you can come on down to Kia of Attleboro, ask for Maurice, 795 Newport Avenue in Massachusetts, or check us out anytime online at kiaofattleboro.com.
You're the man, buddy.
Thank you, Jordan. You're the man.
See you soon.
See you soon.
During Ram Truck Month at Elmwood Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, save $20,000 off a 22 Ram 1500. And during the Jeep Celebration event, 23 Jeep Wrangler 4xe leases start at $359 a month. Or lease a 23 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe for $399 a month. Plus, we have 23 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo leases for just $299 a month. Elmwood Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Route 44 in East Providence, or online at elmwoodcdjr.com.